I'm going to come out and say on this recap, I really do love this show. It is something I look forward to watching every Wednesday. I don't get a chance to watch it on Wednesday, but something I really do look forward to every weekend. Unfortunately, next week is the last episode. This week we are recapping episode 11. DIY means do it yourself. That is so true because we are going to be starting this whole treehouse build. And with the beginning of this, we were still trying to encourage Pudding into joining the do-it-yourself club. So here we have Serufu, giving that, flashing that smile. And then Purin here, she was just taking a look down and wondering what's about to happen to her. Oh, that was truly genuine. I find it hilarious that she is still trying to hold herself back. She's like, you know what? I could smile here. I could accept this, offering invitation and all that. But you know what? I'm gonna stick to my dear self. I freaking love Haruko. You can see her back there just enjoying this moment because she knew what was going on. She knew all along. So Pudding started yelling shut up a couple times, and I thought that was hilarious because it reminded me of Juliet Queen Elizabeth VIII. Was that in the right order, her name? Juliet Queen Elizabeth VIII? Yeah, I think that's right. And that flashed me back to the moments when Jobko was saying that the first time when she met Pudding.
Do you need a shut up?
Applying a little bit of peer pressure. That's all you need to do, right? We're still in high school. The girls are subject to it. It's not like we're asking you to do drugs or anything. And the cool part was the apron actually matches her school uniform. And the crowd goes wild. They love it. They're glad to have her on board.
Purin.
Why is her name Purin anyways? I don't know why it is. Hopefully we will find out in episode 12. Takumi reminded us, even though that we have 6 members now, 2 of them are from another school, which I think is actually an amazing feat that you recruited 2 people that aren't even in your school. I had to put this video / picture in here. She was leaving the clubhouse. Jobko loves ninjas, and she was doing the ninja pose. Everybody was heading home for the day, and Pudding decided to take a look back just to make sure where Serufu was, and she was staring at a tree. This is the start of many, many smiles from Pudding. Like that one. It is very endearing to see that a character that has been fighting all along to smile, to have fun, to be with all these people that have been secretly helping them out, join up and is actually visually happy. I do like this interaction with the animals. So over here they are eating on their respective different tables that were made for them. Tonight's dinner was curry ramen, and I wanted to show this one just because I've never actually done this before. It's very interesting. I want to try this out. So Mama Serufu decided to make curry, and inside of this curry we do have noodles on top, but then we have rice on the bottom. So after you eat the noodles, it magically turns into curry rice. Gotta try that out. I wonder how good that is. It's probably really filling though. Tomorrow's the big day of the treehouse build, and Mama Serufu was trying to tell her, you know what, be careful, don't injure yourself. Do you have a moment in your mind that you think about the anticipation of the next day? We also have Miku, who is smiling. And we also have Kurage-san that knew that she was actually happy, and he lit up a little bit. It was really cool. When I saw Ray holding this tree attachment bolt, I'm like, there is no way it's that big. You know what? It actually is that big, and it makes sense because this thing is jammed into a tree and is supposed to support a tree house. What I like about this show is the fact that they walk you through what is about to take place. They give you some sort of idea of what's going to happen. So we're going to be building a tree house. We have 2 support beams that are going to be put in place. They are going to be put in place by these tree attachment bolts. They will be placed onto the tree attachment bolts and they will serve as the foundation for the actual treehouse. Then we're going to be putting a floor down on top of those beams, and voila, we get a treehouse. I don't think I'm going to be able to build a treehouse from that, but the best part is it gives me an idea about what I'm going to see. It's not just magic that this treehouse is built. When I was watching through this episode and seeing the tutorial about the treehouse, it reminded me of Lucky Star. Lucky Star is my first actual anime that I watched outside of like Cartoon Network, you know, like the Dragon Ball Z's and all that other stuff. Lucky Star was so cool, and I thought it was really neat that they put out books on chemistry. In order to drive those tree attachment bolts into the actual tree, we need a little bit of an assist from Waku Waku Wanwan's managing director and company president. That would be Rei's mom and dad. We never met her mom before. We saw her in like a thought bubble, I guess you would say, about them eating the cookies and pretending that they were actually good. We don't actually see them climb up to it because that's probably a tutorial in itself. We have Rei's mom drilling a hole in it, and you can see the hole right there. She climbs up onto the tree herself. You can see some ropes dangling off of her, and she sprays the hole.
開けた穴の内側に菌が入って腐ったりしないようにしているんです。
Rei's dad starts screwing in the actual bolt. We have Rei's mom leveling out the beam to see where that second tree attachment bolt needs to go.
さすがプロのお仕事ですね。
Good job!
All the girls had tasks to accomplish. There wasn't one girl that wasn't used. No one was left out, which is really cool as being part of the DIY club. I knew Serufu was thinking back then that she wouldn't be able to contribute to building the treehouse, but that wasn't the case. So we have Jobko and Takumi measuring out wood. We have Rei cutting up the pieces of wood. We have Pudding carrying over that piece of wood over to Serufu and handing it over to Shi to put up onto the treehouse. And then we have Serufu's mom covering over with the blanket.
お疲れ様。
The next day, the girls put the floor together, and we have Haruko coming with some treats.
体動かすとお腹がすくわな。
I had to put this one in here because she was asking for more cookies. Remember, mom and dad did not like the cookies, and we also had Takumi and Serufu that didn't like those cookies either. Jobko reminded Rei that, by the way, I didn't get to eat any cookies because she ate them all, so make some more. When Takumi and Serufu heard that and remembered how the cookies actually tasted, they started choking on their food.
前回食べられなかったからたくさん焼いてよね。
わかった。
The girls get back to work, and you can see there is other tasks to be completed now that the wood was all cut up, the foundation was laid out. We have some artwork going on. We have Rei and Serufu working on the house. I was worried she was going to take a screw to the face because Serufu didn't really get injured this episode yet outside of biting her tongue. So because this show is not rated in that way, she wasn't going to have that happen, which is good. I applaud that. I didn't want to see her bleed all over the place. Really wonder what they're going to use it for. I'm not really sure how they're going to add this in there. Maybe it's going to be part of the roof that we find out later we need some wood for. The girls all come together to build the house. You can see the girls holding it all up to put this into place. And then they put up Takumi's sunflower stained glass window. The cool part was when the sun hit it, you could see that on the inside on the floor. It was really neat.
とっても楽しいもの。みんなで一緒に作る秘密基地。
I love this interaction between Serufu and Pudding because it reminded me of where we came from episode 1 when they were talking about what schools they got accepted into. And you can see it's nice that they're both smiling back and forth at each other. Until she put on her pouty face again, she's daring to be a dare all the way until the end. She goes back to her bed and puts on the cutest smile ever. The girls realize that they are in trouble. They do not have enough wood to finish the roof. We have everybody on this show, even animals, wanting these girls to succeed. We have the bird that we've seen in every episode pecking away at the clubhouse. I will tell you, as a person that prides himself on figuring out different action movies, mysteries, and all this, I did not see this coming at all when they had this wood problem that they were going to use the clubhouse. I did not see this bird coming along and telling them that they need to do this. It was just an amazing moment for me that a show like this could actually shock me. I did not see this coming. The girls all come together after seeing the bird and they're like, you know what? I think he's on to something.
目立たない場所にするのですよ。
Haruko's sensei smile is the best. I really love how they animate this, the art behind it, and you can just tell from this picture right here, it's just a sum up of how I feel about this anime.
Do it!
I can't wait to see how the treehouse looks in the end. I want to see how they use that bench piece from Serufu and Pudding. And finally, I hope this is not goodbye for Jobko. Hopefully there's going to be like some season number 2 that goes with this and the girls are together just a little bit longer. We will find out on the next episode. I will see you then for the finale.